And welcome back to Who Would Win. It's the week of What If. Next week's the week of Who Would Win, but we still got Who Wins to do. In hindsight, I probably would have done this one for a speed round, but here we are. Andrew Tolis asked the question, who would win a fight, the Silver Surfer or Galvatron? The Silver Surfer, originally known, I believe, as Norrin Rand, is one of the most famous heralds of Galactus. To spare his planet and the woman he loved from the fate of being devoured by Galactus, the World Eater, he agreed to become his herald and find new worlds for him to, devour. And by becoming his herald, he shares a little bit of Galactus's power and some of the power cosmic, a little bit of cosmic energy of the Marvel universe. This is a character who can kind of do anything he wants. He doesn't need to eat, sleep, or drink. He can survive in space. He can survive going through a black hole, can move well beyond the speed of light, matter manipulation, energy generation, flight, telepathy, telekinesis. He can't warp reality. He's not that powerful, but he can do things on a level of power where you could mistake it for reality warping. Again, like transmutating matter, for example. He's on a level of power that characters even like Thor, Sentry, Thanos would struggle to deal with him in a straight-up fight. Planets or powerful beings like Ego the Living Planet, he's like relatively on par with someone like Ego, who can even fend off the advances of Galactus himself. There have been times he even turned on Galactus. Silver Surfer is a very powerful individual. Galvatron's no slouch either, though. Galvatron is an upgraded version of Megatron. After one of his defeats, he was resurrected with parts and essences of Unicron himself. He has all the standard abilities that Megatron had, just enhanced. And Galvatron also has a weapon known as I believe it's like a particle accelerator cannon or something like that. What was it called again? 1 second. His main weapon is a particle cannon. He has a particle cannon. Now, what exactly that does is not really said. You'd think, oh, it shoots particles. Well, no, it's a bit more complex than that, shooting just particles. No, it's basically it's a souped-up cannon that can do a lot of damage. Probably destabilize some things when it hits. I've never really watched the Transformers to the point where Galvatron came up, but still, Galvatron is a very powerful individual. The problem, and he shares a little bit of Unicron's power, but the problem ultimately is, even by sharing some, and even just a fragment of Unicron's power, that doesn't mean he immediately competes with something like the Silver Surfer, who is a being that can actually fundamentally affect portions of the universe himself. He's not a universal level threat, but he is a cosmic level threat. He can affect the cosmos, but not the universe itself in its entirety. There's tiers of universe when you're talking about universal level threats that you have to make clear. A low universal threat would be someone who gradually over the course of their time with their power could affect the fabric of the universe. A high universal level threat, or top tier one, is someone who, using and flexing very little of their power, they can affect the universe. So the Silver Surfer ranks probably in the lower tier of that. If he really wanted to, he could maybe affect some aspects of the universe, but he's not a true universal threat. But he is a cosmic level, as the cosmos is the entire universe. So I'm so contradictory right now. He can affect the planetary, definitely. Solar system, certainly. Even galactic on some level. I would be so inclined to say he could be that level of threat. But, yeah. Galvatron just is a souped-up transformer. He does share a little bit of Unicron's energy, certainly. So he's definitely stronger than the average transformer. But if Optimus, who in and of himself is not even really that big of a planetary threat, I guess that's the question. Do you think Optimus could destroy a planet? I don't think he could. I don't think, except for maybe his actual spark, just going all out on a planet. And even then, that's debatable. I don't know if he's a planetary level threat. I also don't know if that particle cannon that Galvatron wields is capable of destroying a planet. Let's hypothetically say it is, though. Would that weapon alone make him capable of taking down the Silver Surfer? Well, no. The Silver Surfer can survive things way more devastating than planetary destruction. The dude can survive going into a black hole and out no problem. The dude can survive a sun supernovaing in his face. The guy's way above the standard level of power of a planetary threat. Even if that particle cannon were a weapon that could actually hurt and possibly kill the Silver Surfer, it's pointless if you can't hit the Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer can move way beyond light speeds and has many different abilities where he could probably sense that this weapon is dangerous. I should do something about that, and could easily just rearrange the molecular identity of the material. He could actually transmute Galvatron himself into something that isn't metal if he really wanted to. So powerful Galvatron is not a herald of... I know why this fight exists, because they're both heralds of their respective planet eaters. One of the big fights people have requested for ages for Death Battle is Galactus versus Unicron. I've wanted to see that too. And I have my thoughts on who would win that fight. But, I mean, so it would make sense that your respective heralds would then be tasked with fighting each other. But while the power between Unicron and Galactus is arguable, I think the difference in power between their heralds is actually pretty obvious in terms of overall power. Silver Surfer is, I think, just being way above Galvatron's pay grade. But look, this is just my opinion, obviously. Maybe you feel different. And for those who know Transformers a lot better than I do, please let me know in the comments below. But I personally think it's the Silver Surfer. Who do you got? Let me know. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you folks for the next one.